Right, as we talked about earlier today, we are going to be practicing the different signposts the next 2 weeks. Not only are we going to be learning them the next few weeks, but we're going to be referencing them all school year. And rumor has it, you guys continue this on in 6th grade. So our first signpost is contrasts and contradictions. Well, what does that mean? Well, this is when a character does something that contrasts what you would expect or contradicts earlier actions. Contrasts means to be different. Contradicts means to say or do the opposite of something. So if you haven't thought about this yet, the root word here, contra, means opposite. So when a character acts in a way or says something opposite of what you expect, ask yourself this big question. Why is the character doing that? Why is the character doing that? Well, your answer could help you make a prediction about what will happen next. Or it could help you make an inference about the plot, conflict, or theme, or the lesson of the story. Or it could just simply be telling you something more about the character. Are they changing? Did they learn something new? Remember, they're called the notice and note signposts. So it's not enough to just note a signpost. You need to note it. So always ask yourself the big question. So now we're going to do some practice with contrast and contradiction here. Remember, first, figure out how a character acts differently than we think that they will. Then think, why is the character doing that? Zoom in a little bit. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, guys. Mom, I'm heading over to Chandler's house, I said. Is your homework done? She asked. I hesitated. Yeah. Okay, be back by 6 o'clock for supper. Don't forget you have basketball practice later tonight, she replied. I felt guilty lying to my mom, but Chandler had a new Xbox game that I just had to try out. If I had told her the truth about my social studies project, I would have become a prisoner, forced to stay home, and I would have to wait until tomorrow to play the new game. No, that simply wasn't an option. By the time I showered after practice, it was nearly 8:45. I carried my backpack to the table in the family room. I guess I do have homework, Mom. I forgot all about the social studies project that's due tomorrow. I braced myself for the lecture that was about to be unleashed. Mom raised her eyebrows, but didn't move from the couch, where she was watching television. Okay, go to your bedroom and get started. My eyes narrowed. Okay, I slowly replied. When I reached my bedroom, I retrieved my social studies folder from my backpack and reread the project directions. Uh-oh, this was going to take some planning. Mom, I called. I could really use your help with this. Mom appeared at my doorway. Sorry, Matt, but I'm enforcing my homework help hours. I was available to help with this project for the past 4 hours, but now I'm off duty. In fact, I'll be going to bed in about an hour. If you are still working after I go to bed, make sure you turn off the lights. So, after reading that story, who has a contrast or contradiction? Take a minute, think about it, or maybe share with a pet or a sibling or a parent. Okay, most of you, or maybe all of you probably said Mom. How was she acting differently? Okay, I want you to take a minute, turn, talk to a pet, a parent, a sibling. How was Mom acting differently than we expected her to act? If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. If not, let's talk. His mom was refusing to help him with his homework. Why is she doing that? Why is the character acting different? Go ahead, take a second, share with somebody around you, or just think, why do you think Mom was acting differently? Most of us probably expected her to lecture him, ground him maybe, but then go ahead and help. Why do you think she was doing that? Okay, maybe some of you guys said this, but Mom was teaching him a lesson. She's letting him know that lying and waiting to do your homework till the last minute is a bad idea. If you need help, you need to ask somebody when they offer that help. So now that you know about contrasts and contradictions, look for them as you read. When you notice a contrast and contradiction, ask yourself, why is the character doing that? Now you're going to go to Seesaw and define your work for today in reading. You're going to be practicing contrasts and contradictions on your own. Remember, I'll be on Zoom if you need help, or you can always rewatch this video if you want to go back and look over the notes. Good luck, you guys are going to do great.